Hey everybody, soybean farmer here. This flyover was done on July the 12th. Well, we got some rain and everything's come back looking really good. It was about 3.5 inches delivered over the course of about 3 days. So praise God for that. Well, I'm up here looking at this situation I've got in the 6-acre field. And these gaps, I knew they were going to be a problem. And over here on the short row sides, I didn't use the prefix on the second application because I didn't have enough. And I decided it would be better to use it in the long center section. And here we're coming up on water hemp, pigweed, palma amarantha, blah, 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 whatever that word is. And it just always amazes me for how dry it's been here. You can see that that plant, that weed, is twice as tall as the soybeans there. And a lot of sickle pod in there. Sickle pod doesn't bother me. It'll go right through the combine. It's just the weed seed it produces. But those things, they got to go. And I haven't had the right weather conditions to go out there with the backpack and spray them. And they're actually a little bit big for spraying. So I did go back out there and pull all of these larger water hemp, pigweed thingamabobs just to get them out of there. They hadn't started making seed yet, but I know from years' experience, even Liberty won't totally kill plants that big. They'll look dead, but they will resprout right out of the base and come back at you. Very annoying when that happens to you. But all in all, I'm really pleased with the performance of the prefix. Yeah, there's one over there actually in the row. That was the only one I found. But I got it out. This prefix by Syngenta, it's listed as a pre-emergent. I knew these wide gaps are going to be a problem, so I went with what would be considered about 3/4 rate. You can use the product over the top of the beans, but if you go at the full recommended rate, you will burn the beans. You will stunt them. And I didn't want to do that because they're already way behind because of the hot, dry conditions that we've tolerated going through here. And they'll catch up, though. They did get a good drink of water. Now, this row right here got the prefix. It's one of the long rows that actually goes all the way across the field planted on a diagonal. And I'm really impressed. Even at, like I said, about a 3/4 rate, I've had some really good holdback right there. And it was about 3 weeks ago when I went through and did that second spraying with the prefix added into the tank mix. Tank mix was the normal rate for Liberty and the normal rate for glyphosate, AMS, and then this fertilizer product, liquid fertilizer product that I'll show y'all later. And so I was scouting for weeds. It looked great, getting the best weed control that I've had in years with the tank mix that I'm using this time. And this one is one of the longer, back up in the longer section of the field. And you can see it's still holding, still pretty clean. There's a little bit, coming through, which you're going to have. But for, like I said, about 3 weeks now, that prefix has held this back. Got a really good kill. When I sprayed these, I showed them in a previous video. You could see there was phenomenal patch of that water hemp mess out there. But got rid of it and was delighted with that. All in all, I'm really pleased with the way this field has come alive after it got some water. The planter did really well in this field, other than the chain jumping off. But the consistent seed depth makes a huge difference. It's important, and that's why I kept chasing after it until I figured it out. We'd had this field the seed had been in the ground about 2 days, and we had one of those gully washer events, and you can see how it washed in certain places. You're on a double slope. We're actually going up a hill that's got a kind of a side slope to it. And you can see the ground right there where it washed. I was first thinking, of course, seed hadn't come up, and I saw that the way that rain did, and I said, well, that's ruined. I knew I had the skips in it, but I did not know where they were at until the seed finally came up. But evidently it wasn't washed as bad as I thought, or either getting that seed depth consistent and correct kept the seed in the location it needed to be, because you can see the rows are in great shape other than the skips and the missing spots. And the occasional bean plant you see, like we're going over right there, kind of shows, yeah, that's where that row should have been. But still, it's fairly clean. That prefix, I'm going to give it the credit for that. That's the little field in front of the house that we did the 4K flyover. It's really coming along nice after getting a drink of water. And I'm headed back up that way if I can find the go button and get on up this hill and see what we see. It's still fairly clean. I did, and a little wash there. A little thin looking spot there because that's real hard land right there. It needs more fertilizer, and that's what I'm going to do with that liquid stuff. Get up there on that hill and hit it. You see a few more bean plants down through here where I guess seed just, fell out. I was standing there looking at that one for a bit and looking at the way the wash had gone through there. But I'm delighted with this field, so I think I'll just let the rest of the video play out and let you see how it looks. Everybody, I'd like to thank you for watching the videos here at the channel, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you who have taken the time, made the choice, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks a bunch for that. God bless each and every one of you, and remember, He loves you.